Okay, September 1998. You get out after doing
right at 7 years.
How many
right,
years?
Right at 7 years. I went in
7
September
years.
91, got out September 98.
You get out after doing 7 years in prison. A big chunk of your life.
Yeah.
And then 9 months later, you get caught with 10 pounds of marijuana and 2 guns in Oklahoma.
Man, man. You go in at 14, you come out at 21. Boy, that's a big old gap of no life experiences, right? No life experiences. I don't know how to talk to girls. I didn't go to high school. I don't know nothing about prom. Man, I don't know how to put on a rubber. I don't know how to ride the bus. If you tell me go north on such and such street, I literally didn't know which way was north, south, east, and west as a 21-year-old standing somewhere, right? They had just started the 2-story McDonald's. The PlayStation McDonald's was bigger than what they wasn't outside. So man, I'm lost, right? 9 months after getting out, I was on my way to go enroll at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Man, I was going to go college. I had a younger cousin, Charleston White. God rest his soul. He was the president of the Black Student Association, and he wanted to be the weed man on campus. And so I joined in with him and wanting to be the weed man. I didn't know how much a pound of weed weighed. I didn't know how much an ounce was. I just know they say a pound of weed costs $4.75 in Texas, and if you take it up to Arkansas, you can get $1,000 for it. So that's all I knew. And so this is my little cousin. He was already in college as a political science major, and so I would just go up there, live with him, and enroll in college. I got the paperwork started, and we came down and scored us 10 pounds of weed to go up there and try to hustle, and jumped into another nigga's federal investigation. Some niggas that had this CD shit called That Sounds Good. So we go over there and get 10 pounds of weed from them niggas, put it in the black trash bag. We in the rental car, and we just throw it in the back. Don't try to hide it or nothing. Just throw it in the back. He got to take exams the next morning. So rather than us waiting and drive during the daytime, we driving in the middle of the night, rolling weed. When the police, and so I've never drove before. This time I want to play big cousin. Man, I'm gonna drive. You don't need to drive. As soon as we crossed state lines, the police was waiting on us in Atoka, Oklahoma, 10 pounds and 2 firearms. I took it to trial, had a mistrial. All I know is, man, you fight. So I had a mistrial, and I remember the prosecutor asking the arresting officer, so where was they going? And he said, they was taking this marijuana to Arkansas to sell it because they had Arkansas memorabilia. Well, during my 7 years in the juvenile system, I learned one of the best things you can do as a person in trouble with the law is to remain silent. Don't give any statements. So when we was pulled over, I told everybody don't say nothing. Just hand your IDs. And when we went to trial, and the prosecutor asked the arresting officer where was they going, and he said we was going to Arkansas, my lawyer, Doug Elliott, jumped up and said, I object, Your Honor, such and such, such and such, such and such. And to this day, I don't know what the fuck he said. And I just know that motherfucking old white judge with that Hawaiian shirt on, he had a Hawaiian shirt, and the motherfucker looked drunk. And he told my lawyer to go find it in the law book. And so we went to recess, and my lawyer came back, and he found whatever he found, and we had a mistrial. So they dropped the gun charges, and they offered me 6 months prison boot camp in Oklahoma in a program that was called RED, a Regimented Inmate Discipline Program. So I had just come home after doing 7 years, and I had to go do 6 months. And man, that 6 months was worse than those 7 years because this is boot camp. This is in your face. Say, motherfucker, with the hat right here, a hat right here, a hat right here, and they whooping your ass with PT exercises. Yeah, that was torture. but it built something in me that I hadn't had before then. It gave me a drive. It gave me a commitment that I had never discovered in myself as a 21-year-old. And let me just say how it was so easy for me to get caught up in the drug selling when I came home in 1998. Because that's what the culture was doing. When I came home in 1998, Master P had just dropped an album called Ghetto Dope. Ghetto Dope. Me crack like this. And it taught you how to cook crack from step 1 to step 10. So when I came home after being gone from 91 to 98, and I come back and I look into the black community, everybody's selling dope. The dope man image is what the girls want. It's what the preachers like. Everybody like the dope man image. So everybody's selling dope. They rapping about it. So, man, I just get in line with the culture. I get in line with the culture because the culture almost made it like it was logical to sell dope over working because the rewards were so great, right? So many black children of our culture followed that bullshit, nigga, hustling, selling dope. Me crack like this. So we went from that to trapping to now drilling and killing. So the culture reshaped me after all the good that TYC had done. My culture reshaped me in the pimping and the drug dealing. I went back to robbing, nigga snatching purses, all that shit, nigga, because that's what the culture was doing.